for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Washington football team taking on the London Black Knights.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Londoners, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. And break, the tight end's got it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
For Washington. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. Over the middle here, it's Hilton.
Complete.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
15 and 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
This out past the 25.
A toss play.
That one 28 yards on the ground. Right back to him on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Play to the running back. Sean Dion Hamilton on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
A big play there. 71 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Washington.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Gibson.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
At the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, Hendricks. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Washington.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. On first down, Hendricks. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
Fumble on the play.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act strength is his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. It's caught inside the 25.
Complete to
33 yards that time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
In the end zone.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now, and here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
24-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Hendricks. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The pass.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
45-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defense.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys have taken the lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And that is incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a nifty return of 29 yards.
First down and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to take off with it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Reuben Foster. A gain of 4. It's now
they'll look to throw here. They'll buy some time right.
The quarterback on the scramble. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Out. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
The extra point.
Well, the defensive coverage was good. So good, he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes.
Wayne Haskins sacked.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he finds a man on the crossing route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
21. Washington 7.
On 3rd down, Haskins. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Wayne Haskins sacked.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Fielded at the 33. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown, London.
It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And this is unfortunately for him a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And Brate has it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Antonio Gibson.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, Hendricks. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
The tackle made by...
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Washington on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd. Down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
On the deep.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Left side to Lamb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. He's going to rifle one deep. And got his man. Complete. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Washington on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Come on.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 34. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
It's 2nd down and goal.
And the pressure gets to him again. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll drop to throw.
Man, defensive.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Matt Ioannidis. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they give this time to the tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Washington on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now or very quickly. Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
From the gun, Haskins going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
London.
A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
The kick.
No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. 34's
From the 17, Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Washington.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
At the 25-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A throw over the middle, taken in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. He's got his man on the crossing route.
That's another.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And Washington able to strike for 6. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Haskins and Brate, the tight end's got it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Haskins. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Trey Quinn, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Point after here coming up. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
49. Washington, 21.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
They're on 20-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Chargers who are on top in the second quarter. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Pats looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you, 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up. But relentless, that's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied at getting to the quarterback.
And they're not denying him.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
At their own 39-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's going to go up top again. It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up their... Everyone else.
Terry McLaurin. That's good for a Washington.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A. for physical play.
Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12.
We taking wins, hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
London about set to take over on offense. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down, London.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He's going to try and go deep again. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown, London.
A big play there. 49 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And it was a in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
Attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Black Knights 62.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On second down now, Hendricks. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
To Antonio Gibson.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Haskins back to the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Haskins sacked.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken around the 12. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 72 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result. Days like this one.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. And a London first down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
He's going to let it go again. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Massive on the tackle.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 17 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
The kicker on.
And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't, because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
line. Look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins on the right side. It's Hilton with a catch.
T.Y. Hilton. That's good.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down. Hendricks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10.
Here's Haskins out of the gun, and that will be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Coverage by Keanu Neal.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The pass.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to take another shot here, and that is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's going to go up top again. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So a risky move that does not pay off. And he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jalen Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
London.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
From the gun, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. first down, Washington. Haskins finding McLaurin. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, and this is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And, frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to throw it loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Third and 2. Now Haskins. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Haskins going to throw again. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Haskins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense back out there. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
1st down and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Haskins finding Hilton on his slant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's got this down to the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he'd completed 7 straight passes before that one. As it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
At the 20-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Gun. Haskins caught left side by Hilton.
Haskins pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
London about set to take over on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A 28-yard gain. And
that one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Check back 34. Mike 34.
On 3rd and 2, Haskins. Got a man, that's Quinn. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
First and 10.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They'd go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Washington, first down.
Haskins back to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Haskins pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
To number 89.